Hello everyone, welcome back to Knock Knock Yaar Education, and I hope all of you are doing good. So today is going to be a very interesting video because in this video I'll share few tricks with all of you so that when you are sitting in the exam and you are dealing with few questions, you can do it within seconds. So without wasting time, let's get started with the video and see what we will do today. Okay, I'll start with one question and then we will come to our concept part. Okay. So what is that question? If somebody asks you about find out from 0 to pi by 2 sin x dx. Okay, so you know very well what is the answer. You will get on integrating sin x minus cos x, then you will apply the limit, and what it is going to be, it is going to be cos pi by 2, which is 0, and cos 0, which is 1. So answer is going to be 1. Fine. In a similar way, if somebody asks you about 0 to pi by 2 and you have sine square theta d theta, then what you will do? You will very easily convert it into what? 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2 d theta, and then you will find out the integration like this. And see, here we are not going to evaluate the integration of second part. Why? I'm just writing it down to make you people understand. Like if you are going to integrate this cos 2 theta, you will get sin 2 theta by 2. But when you will apply the limit, so sin 2 theta, in place of theta put pi by 2, that is sin pi, which is 0. Then sin 0 is again 0. So this integral will obviously give you answer 0. And here what you will get? Pi by 4. So pi by 4 is the answer, where I can write it down it into 1 by 2 into pi by 2. Why I am writing this, I'll explain to you very soon. Okay. And suppose next integral I ask you is sine cube theta d theta. Then what you will do? 0 to pi by 2, and then you will write it down like sine theta into sine square theta d theta. If all of you have done this process in your class 12th, and what it will be then? Sine theta, and this will be your 1 minus cos square theta d theta. And now this problem converts to a substitution problem where you will keep cos theta as t, then you will get minus sine theta d theta as dt, and you can solve it easily. There won't be any problem. Fine. So this was our first question, this is second, and this is third. In a similar way, if somebody asks you to find out sine raised to the power 4 theta d theta, then what you will do? Again you will break it into sine square theta into cos square theta, or sine theta into sine cube theta, and you will apply various substitution methods to find it out. But what if I ask you, give me the answer for 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to the power 10 theta d theta? Then somewhere it is going to create a problem for all of you, right? And as you know, integral calculus is part of your syllabus if it comes to IIT-JAM, and these kind of questions are also can be used while solving the questions during your GATE exam or your NET exam. So you should be knowing very well how to solve such kind of questions. You should have tricks in your hand where you can just solve these questions in seconds and move forward to the next question, because if you will be busy in solving these questions, your competitors will be solving many more questions while you are solving only a single question. Okay, so here I am giving you a trick for solving such kind of questions. What is that? Just see it in the next slide. Suppose, like I am telling you one thing, you want to find out 0 to pi by 2 sine cube theta. Okay, I'll give you a general result also, but look at this. Sine cube theta, what you will do, you will start it from 3, then this is 2, this is 1. Okay, and since what this is a cube, so this is an odd number, 3 is an odd number, so this is going to be your answer. Okay, you see, I can give you one more example. Suppose you got 0 to pi by 2, and here what you were getting? You were getting suppose sine raised to the power 5 theta d theta. What you will do? Here you keep 5, 4, then 3, then 2, and then 1. This is the answer that you are getting. Instead of going into so much of details, like you have to first substitute something and then you will get the answer. Instead of doing all those kind of things, you just use this trick and you will get your answer within seconds. And these questions are also can be asked in form of cos also. If suppose somebody asks you what is going to be 0 to pi by 2 cos cube theta d theta, then what you will do? Again the same trick is applicable there. Okay, so but remember, this trick is applicable only when what? When the limit of the integration is 0 to pi by 2. This is applicable only in this case. If it is from somewhere else to somewhere else, you cannot apply this trick. So suppose you have sine mx dx, what you will do? You will keep like this m, then here you will keep m minus 1, then m minus 2, then here m minus 3, and in a similar way here you will get 1. Okay, but remember here m is an odd number. Okay, and the similar case is valid for cos also. Okay, now question comes to your mind, ma'am, what if it is going to be an even number? See, 0 to pi by 2, suppose we have sine square theta d theta. What you will do? You will do the same process. Start from 2, whatever the power is, then 1, and since this 2 is an even number, you just have to multiply by pi by 2. Now you see in the previous slide, the answer that we were getting was same. Now we have solved this much of calculation we have done, and the answer we are getting pi by 4, and in this simple calculation also we are getting answer pi by 4. So which one is easier in your exams? Obviously this one. Okay, suppose somebody asks you 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to the power 4 theta d theta. Okay, what you will do? What is the power 4? Start from 4. This is 3, this is 2, this is 1, and since 4 is an even number, you will multiply by what? By pi by 2, and see the answer is 3 pi by 16. इतना आसान होता निकालना? वैसे तो बिल्कुल नहीं होता, बट देखो ट्रिक से कितना आसान हो गया, और इसको आप एग्ज़ाम में सॉल्व कर सकते हो. इवन एग्ज़ाम में ये यूज़ भी होता है कई जगह इंटीग्रेशन में, डबल इंटीग्रेशन, ट्रिपल इंटीग्रेशन, सरफेस एरिया निकालते वक्त कई बार हमको ये लिमिट यूज़ करते हैं हम लोग, पोलर में कन्वर्ट करते हैं, चेंज ऑफ ऑर्डर में, हर जगह हम लोग यूज़ करते हैं इसको. सो यू कैन यूज़ दिस ट्रिक. Okay, in this question that we have discussed, see here we have to use substitution, then we will use cos theta equal to t, but now I can answer it very well. What? Sin cube theta d theta. 3 is an odd number, so this is 3, 2, and this is 1. Answer is going to be 2 by 3. We need not to go for these kind of processes. Fine, I hope now it is okay with everyone. So similarly, if somebody asks you 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to the power 6 theta, first you will see 6, this is an even number. Now you start the process. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and since 6 is in what? Even number, you will multiply by pi by 2 and you will get your answer very nicely. Fine, so I hope now this trick is very clear to all of you. Okay, so simply you can keep 2-3 questions over here so that you can understand, but make sure the limit is from 0 to pi by 2. If the limit is not from 0 to pi by 2, at any cost you cannot use this formula. So suppose if we have cos square theta d theta, you will start from 2, then 1, and you can keep pi by 2, so that during exam, while you are looking for these kind of tricks, from the general formula you cannot get very well ki haan what is happening. So just write down few examples. Suppose this is sin raised to the power 4 theta d theta. What you will do? 4, 3, then you got 2, 1, and here you can keep pi by 2. Okay, so you can get your answer as 3 pi by 16. In a similar way, if make sure limit is from 0 to pi by 2, again and again I am mentioning cos cube theta d theta, somebody asks you. So see, the limit is from 0 to pi by 2 and the power of cos is odd number. So we will just do this kind of calculation and we will not multiply by pi by 2. So this is 3, 2, 1. So answer came out to be 2 by 3. आप इसको manually check करके भी verify कर सकते हो कि whatever I have written is correct or not. और इन अ सिमिलर वे ये रिजल्ट जैसे कॉस पे अप्लाई हो रहा है वैसे ही साइन पे भी अप्लाई होगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी. तो ऐसा अगर हम कुछ लिखते हैं तो दिस इज 5, 4, then 3, then 2, and then we got 1. तो दिस इज what? 8 by 15. See how simple. सो ट्रिक आपके सामने है, इसको खूब यूज़ करिए अपने क्वेश्चंस में ताकि फटाफट आंसर निकले और कंपटीशन में आगे बढ़ो, मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व कर पाओ विद एक्यूरेसी एंड with very less time that you are using. Okay, suppose we have cos raised to the power nx dx, and this will be valid for sine also. Okay, but here what is this, that in this case this n is even, so this is n, then we got n minus 1, then we got n minus 2, then we got n minus 3, and in a similar way we will get here 1. Okay, and then here you have to multiply by pi by 2, but you have to remember this term, and here n is even. Okay, and for a simpler purpose you can use these examples to understand what the trick is all about. Okay, so that's it for this question, and now I am going to tell you one more trick. Okay, and if some of you asked that ma'am from where this concept came, I will tell you, just hold on for a few minutes. There is one more trick about it. If limit is from 0 to pi by 2 and you have, okay, I'm just giving you one example, then I will tell you 0 to pi by 2, then you have here suppose sine square theta cos theta d theta. What you will do, you will take sine theta equals to t, then sine theta equals to t, so cos theta d theta equal to dt, then you will convert it. You don't have to do that. How? If limit is from 0 to pi by 2 and sine and cos both are present, where one of the member, either sine or cos, is having power equals to 1, you just what have to do, 1 by sum of their powers. Answer is in front of you. Okay, suppose I am giving you one more question. This is your sine theta, and here I gave you cos raised to the power 9 theta d theta. What it will be? 1 by, limit is from 0 to pi by 2, sine and cosine both are present and one of them is present with power 1. So what you will do, you will just 1 by sum of their powers, that is 1 by 10. This is how simple. See, if it comes in your exam and you can use such kind of tricks, these will reduce your time to what extent you cannot imagine. So suppose I am writing it down here. Here what you will do, you will just write down 1 by m plus 1, and in case you have from 0 to pi by 2 sin x cos raised to the power nx dx, what you will do, you will just simply write down 1 by m plus 1. Okay, so it is seems to be very easy, but trust me, when you are going to use it, you will really enjoy the process of solving the questions, because it will reduce your time as well as it will give you an accuracy which you were not expecting by solving the whole question using the process of substitution. Okay, now coming to the point, ma'am, from where these are coming. These are coming from a concept that you might have studied in your graduation. And what is that? I hope all of you might be knowing about the formula, that is Wallis formula. Okay, Wallis formula is given for a definite integral where the limit is from 0 to pi by 2 and sine raised to the power m theta cos raised to the power n theta d theta. Then the formula that we use is gamma m plus 1 by 2, gamma n plus 1 by 2, then we have 2 gamma m plus n plus 2 by 2. Okay, from this formula only we are getting all the things. How come? Just I am giving you an example. Suppose here n is 0, so you are getting only what? Sine raised to the power m theta. Okay, so if this m is odd, so here you will get a term, suppose 3 plus 1 by 2 something. So in a similar way, if you will solve, you will reach to the same solution. And those who don't know about gamma, gamma n is nothing but n minus 1 factorial. Okay, and you might be knowing about the factorial very well. So from this formula only we are getting this result also that we have wrote down, and the previous tricks that we were doing. Okay, so we have done the cases where 0 to pi by 2 was the limit and either sine was present with odd power or sine even power. Sine was present with either odd power or even power, and both were present, but one of them was having power, that is 1. But if somebody asks you from 0 to pi by 2, tell me what is going to be cos square theta, sine cube theta, then you cannot apply the trick. You have to use the formula. Okay, which formula? That I wrote down just now, that is your Wallis formula. Okay, So I hope now the trick is also clear and the Wallis formula is also clear, and from where we are getting these tricks, this point is also clear. But in most of the cases during exams, you will see these cases very frequently, so you can use them according to the need of the question. Okay. So coming to the another part which will also help you in your exams a lot, and a lot means a lot, and let me give you what is all about. Suppose if I ask you, I am working with the indefinite integral, you can use it in your definite integral as well, and these tricks will be highly used in your integral calculus questions. Okay, and after watching this lecture you can check whether you can use it or not. Just take out your notebook of IC and the questions that you have done, start solving them again and see somewhere you will be able to use them. Okay, if I ask you, tell me what is x e raised to the power x integration. So all of you might be knowing that this question can be solved by using by parts. Okay, and all of you might have learnt about a rule in your class 12th about eyelet rule. We choose a function u and v, according to that we apply formula. So what it will be, x e raised to the power x dx minus, then here we have d by dx of this x, integration of e raised to the power x, and then again, so this is x e raised to the power x minus differentiation of x is 1, integration of e raised to the power x is this. So you got this answer. Okay, so this is, so here you are taking 2 steps, okay, to solve this question. Suppose I gave you one more question, that solve x square e raised to the power x dx, then what you will do, x square e raised to the power x dx minus, then here you will just differentiate x square and integrate e raised to the power x. Fine. So what it will be, x square e raised to the power x minus, this is your 2x e raised to the power x dx. Now you see here you will apply by parts again. Okay, so what you will do, you will just write it down like this. Fine. Then minus 2, and here you will just differentiate x and integrate e raised to the power x. See, so in this step you will get your answer. You required 4 number of steps. Okay, so in exam, suppose here you have given x cube x to the power 4, then it will take a lot many steps to solve this integration, right? In a similar way, suppose it has been given to you, find out x square sin x dx. Okay, then you will repeat the same process, x square integration of sin x dx minus, what you will do, d by dx of x square, then integration of sin x dx, and like this. So minus x square cos x, because integration of sin x will give you minus cos x, and here you will get 2x, and minus sin x will become here a positive cos x dx. Again you will apply by parts. Okay, so what you will get, this is your x, then cos x dx minus, here you got differentiation of x, then integration of cos x. Fine, like this. So what you are getting, minus x square cos x plus 2, then you got x sin x. So basically I am giving you a trick for by parts. Okay, so this is going to be 1, and this is your sin x dx. So minus x square cos x plus 2 times, this is your x sin x, and this is your cos x plus c. Okay, here also we were getting c because we are dealing with indefinite integrations. But see how many steps do you require, 1 2 3 4 5 steps, and we don't have that much of time in exam to do the calculations in 4-5 steps. Then what will happen to the other questions? So today I am giving you a trick for solving such integrations, you know, within 30 seconds or 1 minute. Okay, how? Just look, I am dealing with the first question, that is x e raised to the power x. Okay, you have to find out x e raised to the power x dx. Now listen to me very carefully, because if you will not understand the trick and if you did something else, the answer is going to be obviously wrong. Okay, firstly find out the function which you need to integrate. Okay, एंड जिसे आपको इंटीग्रेट करना है उसे आप एक बार इंटीग्रेट करके रख लो. Okay, what I'm saying is that with the help of eyelet, choose a function which you will integrate during by parts, and you just integrate it once and write down the result. Okay, on integrating e raised to the power x, we will get e raised to the power x, and the function which you are using for differentiation, just write it down as it is. आपको कुछ नहीं करना है उसमें. Now what you have to do is that आपको फर्स्ट कॉलम में इंटीग्रेशन चलाते जाना है एंड दूसरे कॉलम में आपको डिफरेंशिएशन चलाते जाना है. कब तक? जब तक कि सेकंड कॉलम जो है वो इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ एक्स ना हो जाए. ओके, आई विल रिपीट दिस in another questions also, just don't worry. So here once we will integrate e raised to the power x, we will get e raised to the power x. If we are going to integrate differentiate x, we will get 1. Independent of x हो गया. Now leave it. What you have to do next, just आपको एरो बनाने हैं और आपको प्लस माइनस ऑल्टरनेट सिम्बल्स बनाने हैं स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम प्लस, और इनको आपस में मल्टीप्लाई करोगे आप विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस सिंबल. सो प्लस साइन के साथ x इंटू ई रेज टू द पावर x, माइनस साइन के साथ 1 इंटू ई रेज टू द पावर x. देखो आंसर आ गया, और आप मैच कर सकते हो, पीछे से हमें यही मिल रहा था, x ई रेज टू द पावर x माइनस ई रेज टू द पावर x. फाइन. तो अभी तो आपको लगेगा मैम ये तो पीछे वाले से ही आसान हो रहा है. ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम. कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, एक्स क्यूब साइन एक्स. ओके, पहले मैं एक्स स्क्वायर का निकाल देती हूँ ताकि आप पीछे वाले से जो है उसको मैच कर सको. ओके, in this question we have solved x square sin x, x square sin x. okay, you know that आप इसको इंटीग्रेट करोगे, इसको डिफरेंशिएट करोगे. सो जिसको इंटीग्रेट करना है उसको हम एक बार इंटीग्रेट करके रख लेते हैं, माइनस कॉस एक्स आएगा. जिसको डिफरेंशिएट करना है उसको एज इट इज़ रखेंगे, उसमें कुछ नहीं करना है. अब इस वाले कॉलम में आपको इंटीग्रेशन चलाते जाना है और दूसरे में डिफरेंशिएशन, जब तक डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ वाले कॉलम में इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ एक्स कोई टर्म ना आ जाए. माइनस कॉस एक्स का इंटीग्रेशन विल गिव यू व्हाट, माइनस साइन एक्स. एक्स स्क्वायर का डिफरेंशिएशन 2x. ओके, देन व्हाट विल हैपन, माइनस साइन एक्स का इंटीग्रेशन क्या आएगा, कॉस एक्स. 2x का डिफरेंशिएशन 2. देखो इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ x हो गया, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, अब बस यहीं रुक जाना है हमें. अब हम एरो बनाएंगे, ऑल्टरनेट सिंबल बनाने स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम प्लस, प्लस माइनस प्लस. इनको आपस में हमें मल्टीप्लाई करना है, ठीक है, बाय यूजिंग दिस सिंबल. आंसर आ गया हमारा. देखो प्लस सिंबल के साथ माइनस कॉस एक्स इंटू एक्स स्क्वायर, ठीक है, देन माइनस के साथ 2x इंटू माइनस साइन एक्स, एंड प्लस साइन के साथ 2 इंटू कॉस एक्स. सी वी गॉट आवर आंसर, माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर कॉस एक्स प्लस 2x साइन एक्स and plus 2 cos x. And even if you can keep positive sign here only by just looking at the minus signs. Okay, and see here we were getting answer in 5 steps and here we are getting answer only in 1 step because this is so simple. I hope now I have made the point very clear. You just have to remember one thing, you will keep the function which you will be integrating in the further process after integrating it, and the function which you are going to use for differentiation you will keep it as it is. This is the trick point. If you miss this point, you will integrate here and you will just differentiate here, then the answer is obviously going to be wrong. Okay, so this is the trick that we will use for pi parts. Okay, let's do one more question. Suppose we have what? We have x cube e raised to the power 2x dx. Okay, we have to integrate it. So we will be using by parts, and for that what we will do, we will just choose the function which we need to integrate and which we need to differentiate by with the help of eyelet. And जिसको हमें इंटीग्रेट करना है एक बार हम इंटीग्रेट करके रख देंगे. तो इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ e raised to the power 2x is e raised to the power 2x by 2 and x क्यूब को एज इट इज़ यहाँ इंटीग्रेशन करते जाना है हमें, एंड यहाँ हमें डिफरेंशिएशन. इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ x मिला क्या, अभी नहीं मिला, प्रोसेस विल कंटिन्यू. e raised to the power 2x by 8 इंटीग्रेट करेंगे यहाँ पे, 6x डिफरेंशिएशन पे, अभी भी इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ x नहीं मिला, फिर इंटीग्रेट करो यहाँ पे, यू विल गेट 16. यहाँ पे 6 मिल गया डिफरेंशिएशन पे, हो गया इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ व्हाट, इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ x. सिंबल बनाना है प्लस माइनस ऑल्टरनेट साइंस विद स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम प्लस. अब इनको हमें आपस में मल्टीप्लाई करना है इन्हीं सिम्बल्स के साथ. बस आंसर आ गया आपका. देखो विद इन सेकेंड्स यू आर गेटिंग आंसर. सो प्लस साइन के साथ एक्स क्यूब बाई 2 ई रेज टू द पावर 2x, ठीक, माइनस साइन के साथ 3x स्क्वायर ई रेज टू द पावर 2x बाई 4, then 6x by 8 e raised to the power 2x and minus 6 e raised to the power 2x by 16. See, you are getting the answer. Okay, so I hope the by parts trick is clear to all of you, but just let me tell you one thing, that there is a point where this trick will not work. I am telling you here only. पहली बात तो ये बच्चों को ये कन्फ्यूजन हो जाता है कि अब कोई भी क्वेश्चन दिखेगा वहाँ पे वो ये ट्रिक लगाना शुरू कर देते हैं. नहीं, पहले वहाँ पे बाई पार्ट्स लगना चाहिए. अब यहाँ पे तो बाई पार्ट्स ही नहीं लग रहा है, तो हाउ यू विल यूज़ दैट. मतलब इफ़ सिंपली आई टॉक अबाउट, टर्मिनेट ही नहीं हो रहा है कोई टर्म, तो जहाँ पे बाई पार्ट्स लगेगा वहाँ पे आप ये ट्रिक लगाओगे. अदरवाइज डोंट से लाइक यहाँ पे तो काम ही नहीं चल रहा है. First, see if by part is applicable, you are able to solve the question by parts or not. If yes, you can apply this trick. But there is a question or there is a function if it is present in the question, and even if by parts is applicable, you cannot apply this trick. And what is it? ln x. Okay. Suppose in any of the question, if it is given x ln x, then in that case, don't use this trick because it will create problem. Because differentiation of ln x will give you 1 by x. Okay, and then you are going to differentiate it, it will never going to end itself. That's why whenever in any question by part is applicable and the function that is being used is ln x, don't use this trick. Else you can use this trick anywhere wherever by parts is applicable. Okay, so this was it about this session, and today I told you tricks for one for IC, in which I discussed about an integration from 0 to pi by 2 where we'll be having sine cos, and the second one is for by parts. So like this, I'll be giving you few more sessions where I will be discussing few more tricks which can help you in your exam time, so that you can use less time while doing these calculation, and by doing such kind of tricks in the question, you can save your time and you utilize this time in some other questions. Okay, so wait for such kind of sessions where I'll be discussing few tricks like this, and I hope you will like this lecture. If you like this lecture, do share your feedback in the comment box. If you want much more sessions where I will discuss such kind of tricks. Okay, so that's it for this session. Thank you so much. And one more thing, if you want to get regular updates about these kind of sessions, do share our Telegram channel. The link of the Telegram channel is mentioned in the description box. Okay, thank you so much.